tonight, Jake?
All right.
What's the mug? What's the mug? Is that
That was
Batman?
It's Batman all over the place. See the
Did you
bat?
see the movie yet?
Yeah, fine. That's the Batman. This is Batman.
right.
Yeah, it's a difference.
That's the
It's a
difference.
difference. This is
It's
compliments
a difference.
of Jake and Tanya.
Yeah.
Okay, that's where it came from. Oh,
Yeah,
that's pretty
they
cool.
yeah, it was a
It
gift.
was a
A
long time coming.
long time coming. Yeah. But we are live. Welcome to the
Welcome back.
Knowledge and
Hey,
Power
hey.
podcast with Jake,
What's up?
Nate,
What's up, good people?
and Ray. Come at you from Muskegon, Lansing, and Detroit.
Detroit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Michigan.
Yep. So we like I just said to you guys, we got severe storms going on here in Detroit area. I mean, it's like wind blowing, gusting winds, little rumbles of thunder, rain is coming down hard. So this is the best time to watch a podcast, people. If you
Yes,
are,
it is.
because there's no
Right.
way you should be out on no date, nowhere. If you're married, cuddle up with the Knowledge and Power podcast and date tonight.
There you go.
There you go.
Good
There you
idea.
go.
Get you some knowledge and power while you at it.
That's right.
Right.
That's right. To make
Perfect.
that love last a little bit longer.
Join in
Who knew
conversation.
we'd be date night options.
There you go.
Wow.
There you go. You know, God provides the opportunity. A ram in the bush. I'm just joking.
What you want to do tonight,
stop.
baby? I want to listen to the Knowledge and Power show.
Yep.
Hey.
Yep. Hey, if you get your man to listen to the Knowledge and Power show, I guarantee that it will make the spice in your
The
life.
spice will be there. That's pillow.
Yep, because you
That's
just
the pillow talk.
because we talk about the real stuff, man. The raw and the
pressure,
real.
fellas. No pressure.
No pressure. We talk about the raw and the real, and
We keep it real.
yeah,
Yes.
and that's guys need to step up to the bat sometime.
Mhm.
So hello, Selena. Thanks for joining us.
We need
Hey,
to,
our
we
dear
need to-
friend.
we need to do a series on helping the fellas out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
we'll
yeah.
talk
That could be
about that off
beneficial.
camera and get that together.
Yeah, that could be beneficial. But hey, let's kind of do like a little check-in. I want to be selfish and start off the week. My week was great.
Yes.
I was in training. We lost Jake.
Oh no.
We lost Nate. He got disconnected.
Oh.
Yep, I got you, Jake.
Okay.
He's back. I was in training. I was away at Grand Rapids for my job, so I was there for 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
And training wore me out because I'm thinking I'm gonna sit back and how you sit at a table, pen and pad, you just jot down notes every now and then.
Right.
But no, man, we were up and about the entire time. We started off at 9 o'clock in the morning. It didn't end till like 4 and 5 o'clock in the evening.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
And this was physical stuff.
This was physical stuff the entire time. I was like, I didn't sign up for this. I want to go home. I was trying to hide out in the bathroom, but the highlight of my trip was, Grand Rapids is not that far from Muskegon, so I got a chance to swing over and holler at my brother and his wife.
All right.
Jake and Tanya, they were hospitable.
Man,
aren't they hospitable?
Man, they took me to a joint, and Jake, give me a minute. I know I'm gonna butcher the name. They took me to a place called Skeeters, Skitsos, or Scadams. It was good. It was
all that matters is it tasted good.
Ski Town Tavern.
Ski Town Tavern. That's what it is.
Ski Town Tavern.
And you know I'm finicky when it comes to eating.
Yes.
I couldn't complain about one thing. Oh,
Was
there was one complaint.
You had one complaint.
Oh,
I know what it
was huge.
Oh, they gave you massive portions?
No, everything that they cooked was big. I felt like I was in the Flintstones where they would go and throw a brontosaurus burger across your plate. I'm not exaggerating, guys. Everything was big.
Yes.
And I would watch other tables, and they would take like 2 bites, and the next thing you know, they'd be putting it in a to-go packet.
To-go box.
Right.
The food is still hot.
You got your money's worth.
Yeah,
you got your money's worth. So I down mine. I was like, because I don't like leftovers, number one.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, nope, we're gonna wrestle. I'm finishing this baby.
What's their specialty?
What is your
Man,
specialty, Jake?
it don't matter because everything on the menu is good.
Wow.
Every last thing. They got different headings on the menu.
Yeah.
So you can get nachos, you can get Cajun, you can get sandwiches and so like that. But I haven't had one bad thing.
And the
there.
seasoning, it was seasoned
Yes.
to perfection.
That's
Yes.
what's up.
And I tell you, I'm finicky. You know, I'm high end when I go out. You know,
Oh, yeah.
Woo!
I
Sound
know.
like my man enjoyed that meal, Jake.
Woo,
He
I
did.
did.
And we'll have to go there too.
Yeah,
I
we have to go there next time we come.
The last time we was in Muskegon, when the three of us were together, Jake, you took us to that one joint, and I loved that little. It is like a little hole in the wall joint that we went to. The chicken place.
That you got the fried green.
Fried green beans.
The fried green beans, yeah.
Right.
And
Chicken
me
coop.
being judgmental like I am, I was like, chicken coop. Oh, that's okay.
That's some good chicken right there.
Finger looking good, man.
That's some good chicken right there.
So Muskegon got some spots, man.
We got some spots that are unique to us.
Scribs.
Yeah.
Don't forget about Scribs.
Oh, definitely Scribs now.
Shout out. We got to tag Muskegon in this video.
Yeah.
Scribs.
Oh, so someone asked, did I stay at the Hotel Harris? Nope. But I did roll through the Hotel Harris, and all I got to say is, you guys are just, y'all are the hostess with the mostest, and you guys got some serious decorative decor.
Yeah, they do.
That's like 2 thumbs up. That should be in a magazine. Seriously.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, man.
Yep. But that was my week, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, it sounds like you had a good time, man.
Yep, had a great time.
Yeah. My week was pretty good too, partly because of that. Same thing, but yesterday we went to see Cat Williams.
Whoa!
Oh, wow!
Wait, Jake.
Yeah.
Run that back
Where
to me.
Where was he at?
He was in Grand Rapids, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, I wonder if Ray is still here.
Wow, because I talked about that and saying, yeah, I am very high maintenance.
Yeah.
But y'all were talking about that when we were at dinner.
Right. And I was not intending to go.
Had no intention. I
But
remember
my wife used up womanly wiles to persuade me.
Kudos,
Tyler
Tanya.
Wiles. You can't resist.
Yeah.
You can't
coming
resist.
There all dressed up and ready to go. I'm like, can we go? I'm like, really?
You know what?
Can you do, Jake? All you can do is say, okay, baby.
Right.
but the funny thing about it was I saw his pushback because she brought it up. I guess she thought maybe his boy can kind of encourage him to go. But Jake he was adamant. Nope, I don't want to go. And I could just see Tanya was like, you know what? That's okay. I got something.
Feminine wiles.
And it worked. Kudos. Kudos, Tanya. Kudos.
I said, don't think this gonna work every time.
Kudos.
I said, let me go on up and get ready, shoot.
I know, right?
Did you enjoy the show?
Very much. He is hilarious. As you know, as we all know, this man is so funny.
He still got it.
He got it. And remember hanging with Mr. Cooper?
Yeah.
He's like one of his pre-comedians, and he was funny too.
Oh, really?
I didn't realize how funny he is.
Okay.
Yeah, he's back. He said he's back in the game. So
that's good.
So it was.
That's good, man.
Really, really good evening.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Big Nate.
Yo, man, I just worked and hung out with the wife. That's it.
Okay.
All week. Fun. I'm trying to think. I want to make sure I didn't miss nothing. Not that I could think of it. And if I'm wrong, somebody please correct me. But yeah, we just chilled, man, this week.
You do. You have
all this rain that we had all week was just murder on the joints. My poor wife be feeling these weather changes in her bones.
That's so probably why I've been hurting.
This rain and the humidity just had her at nuts, man. So I feel bad, but I'm glad that we had a couple of days of nice weather to break it up. But just reinforces the fact that I got to get out of Michigan.
Hey, Miss T. Womack.
Hey there, guys.
Hey.
Yeah. That's Trish.
It's funny you say that, Nate.
Hey, Trish.
Yeah.
Trish, what's up?
What? Why you say that, Jake?
I didn't think about it. I'm wondering why I'm having these little aches and pains. I'm like, I didn't even contribute it to the rain.
Yeah, I used to think that was just some old wives BS. That stuff is real, man.
Dude.
When that humidity kick in and it's about to rain, you
Man,
can feel it.
No, you know what you need to do.
What's that there, Ray?
Got to lace them up one more time.
Lace them up one more time.
And run up and down the court.
One more time.
That'll cure everything. We still got it in us, fellas. Come on, man.
I told you I'm down, man. I'm down.
I'm trying to have it in me.
I'm down for one last game.
Yeah,
Right.
but I will say my training showed me that I need to get back in training again.
Yeah.
You know what I was thinking about the other day?
What's
Jake
that?
was not there. This is a story for me and Ray at Central Michigan University on the outside basketball courts one midsummer afternoon.
Okay.
A certain inebriated, tall Caucasian male came to the court wearing Jesus Creeper slippers and some Beach Boys shorts and some kind of just beat up t-shirt, dirty t-shirt, like he was sleeping outside in the alley or something. Just drunk out of his mind. It's like, hey, you guys want to play? I'll take both of you. And me and Ray was like, man, this drunk dude, man, we about to, come on, yeah, ball up, man. That dude dunked all over us, all over the court, shooting behind the back, stealing the ball, blocking shots, two-handed dunks. He did it all. And drunk.
Nate, yes, I remember that. I
drunk.
I do.
Ray, you wouldn't have told that, huh?
I wouldn't have told that, man.
I'm just saying.
I wouldn't have told that because my thought was I probably was taken out of my game because I was wondering why is he on campus
with that dirty t-shirt,
with looking like he's just some kind of surfing dude. Hey, dude,
exactly,
buddy.
surfing dude. Yep. Just
how you do it like that? Hey, buddy. So I was thinking safety wise, so I probably was taken out of my game. But Nate, you gonna have folks. This is about the second or third story you done told about us getting our butts kicked on the court.
Man, I think people just need to understand
by dudes that are either old, drunk, and I forgot what the other one was, but yeah. That's why I want to come out of retirement and play again.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wonder if we can find that one dude, that beach dude, see if he still got it.
Right. Where is he now?
Come to find out, man, he used to play for he played for Central Michigan for a short time way back in the day.
Oh, his heyday.
But he couldn't stop drinking. So yeah. Kicked him off the team. But anyway.
Right.
Yep. So yeah, we got a pretty interesting topic that we wanted to kind of scratch the surface on tonight.
Yeah.
Not gonna really get heavy
right
into it. But before we do that, I just wanted to say this last thing about my weekend when I was on my way home yesterday from fellas, y'all know that I am an Adidas lover to the heart. I mean, how could you not? We grew up with Adidas.
Yeah.
That was thrown in our face. Jordan put Nike on the map.
Yeah, Jordan did.
Ron DMC, who never probably dribbled a ball or
shout out to Nike.
Yeah, see. And that's all I wear is Adidas, man. But I think I may have to change my brand.
Where you going?
I don't know. Well,
why you change your brand? What happened?
Adidas is hurting my heart, man.
Are these the not sponsors of the show?
Yeah. No, I'm not ready to throw Adidas in the
Okay, don't do them like that.
Good.
Yeah. But I gotta go back to doing that. Non-sponsors of the show would be. But man, I went to Jake. I did go to the Tanger outlet.
Okay.
But I did not go to the one in Grand Rapids like Tanya suggested.
All right.
I went to the one in is it Howell?
Holland?
Holland, yep. Is it Holland? Where is it at, Nate? The one near you?
That one's in Howell.
Howell, yeah. I went to the one in Howell. Yep.
Tanger Outlet Mall.
Yep. Went there because that's the place where I go and find all my Adidas.
Oh, you got your heart broke then.
It's gone.
It's gone.
It's not there.
They took the Adidas Superstore out of the Tanger Outlet Mall, man.
Oh,
dude,
last couple years.
I was running up and down, and it was hot. yesterday, and I was like, it's got to be here. I'm just misdirected. Okay, maybe it's down this way. Dude,
Nope.
I was trying like I had lost my parent, man. I was like, where is it? I went to sit in the middle of the parking lot looking around like it's got to be here somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's gone.
That's terrible.
Yeah, they got rid of that mug maybe 3 years ago.
So that was the only place I really found a good variety of Adidas.
Yeah, we would take the kids there at the end of the summer rather, because they would always have like a huge tent sale.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, everything would be marked down like super low, and you could find like exclusive shoes and stuff like that. So we would always take them to there to kind of get their T-shirts and maybe some shoes and some other stuff. But yeah, man, they're gone.
Oh man, you should have hit the one by Grand Rapids.
I regret that I didn't go now. Yep. I really do. But so I've been having a hard time finding me like a variety here in the city. Even Great Lakes Crossing, nothing, man. They look very horrible. Very horrible. They just look horrible. And that's just my little sidebar issue. So I might be going over to some Skechers, man.
Just come on, get you some Nike.
Right, don't leave them.
Nike outlet's still there at the mall.
Dude, I ain't bought a pair of Nikes since I was a kid.
Oh, come
on.
Well,
I've been
rocking
comfort
Adidas. Level is not where Adidas is.
Man. No, that's true. That's true.
Man. But yeah, I gotta do something. But any old way.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to do this last thing. Yep, your wife said, Nate, that we need to come out of retirement. I'm just saying.
Hey, look, I said, I'll blaze him up one last time. Give me a worthy opponent. Make it worth my while. I ain't just coming out just because.
And tell her be ready for the rub down.
Yeah.
Because it will be necessary.
That's the benefit of it all.
It will be necessary.
Yeah. So in the news, we
hold on before we get into it, man. We gotta make sure we tell people what to do. No, we gotta tell people what to do.
Oh yeah.
Go for it, Nate. You don't just listen to this podcast. Nate, tell them what they need to do.
Listen, we appreciate you being here as usual. Thank you for joining us tonight for this outstanding episode of the Knowledge and Power Show. But if you haven't already hit that thumbs up button, please hit that thumbs up button. Drop a comment below. Share this broadcast, but most importantly, please hit that subscribe button with the notification bell so you know when new videos are being posted or when we go live. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Nike is all that.
Who said that?
That's what Selena said. Josh was a lover of Adidas.
Oh man,
I remember y'all saying that. So
that was his brand, boy. Skechers were too.
Okay.
Skechers and Heelys.
Hey, let me tell you. I don't want to embarrass nobody on here, but I went out for the first time. Like I said, all I've worn in the last couple of decades was Adidas, and I broke down and bought me some Skechers for my training because I couldn't find no Adidas.
So you trained in Skechers.
So I and man, I feel so light.
It made your feet feel good, didn't it?
It made me smile.
All right.
That should be a like a tagline for their advertising.
I need to write them and tell them that. Yeah,
it made me smile.
Because
sell that one to them.
I was very apprehensive, to put another shoe brand on my foot, but I'm rocking them right now. But any old way, going to a more sober note. Once again in the news, we have been plagued with a not so fallible story in the sense of a police shooting to another black man. And this time it happened closer to home. It was in Grand Rapids.
Just down the highway.
Down the highway. So it happened about, would you say about 3 weeks ago, fellas? 2 or 3 weeks ago? About at least 2 weeks ago. They just had his funeral yesterday.
Right.
I know I was very nervous about where my accommodations was going to be when I went to Grand Rapids for my job, and I wanted to make sure because they were protesting and everything.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to.
April 4th is when it happened.
April 4th, and they just had his funeral yesterday.
Yeah.
So because it's been a big to do. So what we wanted to do is just kind of for the first time, we wanted to kind of like not show the actual shooting, but show some footage of the stopping, the discussion,
Mhm.
and everything, and then just kind of, what did you call it, Nate? What this is? It's kind of doing
It's
a
kind of
what?
like it's kind of like doing a reaction.
Reaction video. Yeah.
So we're gonna watch it and we're gonna react to certain segments and we'll talk about it. We're inviting everyone that's watching to please take part in the conversation, and
Yeah.
those of you who watch by replay, drop your comments below and we'll be sure to answer them.
Yep. So once again, I want to preference that we're not going to show the actual shooting footage,
Yeah.
but I would like to say that after we get done with this podcast, I really encourage you guys, because there's a lot of opinions out there, and people are quick to fly off at the mouth and talk about what they assumed happened or what they think, and they borrow off of other information that they hear. People just kind of chirping about. But my thing is, when you see it for yourself, then you can kind of sit back and either say nothing at all, or you can give your your true opinion. So go and watch the entire video. When I first saw it, was like a 20-minute video. So, but this is not 20 minutes here.
Yeah, this is a abridged version, but still just disclaimer, the video does contain sensitive subject matter visually. Yes. So we're still going to say this is the one with graphic imagery. So please watch accordingly or don't watch accordingly, depending on how you feel about it.
Okay. All right. So all right, Nate, I'll let you guide and tell me when to stop it, and we can discuss.
Yeah. So we're looking at officer's video, dash cam and body cam, correct?
Yes. Okay. He's actually in the getting out of the vehicle.
Stay in the car. Stay in the car. Stay in the car. Get in the car. Dude, I'm stopping you. Do you have a license? Do you have a license?
For what?
I'm stopping you. Do you have a license?
What done?
Do you have a driver's license? Do you speak English?
Yes.
Can I see your license?
What do you want?
The plate doesn't belong on this car. Do you have a license or no? Do you have a driver's license?
Yes.
Where is it at?
It's in the car.
Get it for me.
Can we stop it right there?
Yep.
So the young man's name is Patrick Lyoya, 26 years old, originally from the Congo, moved here in 2014 with his family. He's looking for a better life, safety, an opportunity to make some money to send over to his family to bring the rest of them over. I guess he's a dad of 2 children as well. The first thing that hits me with this video, and I kind of feel differently now that I know he's not from here. Right. He's not from the United States. He's not from North America.
Okay.
And can you state his age?
26.
26.
Yeah. Apparently he lives in Grand Rapids since 2017. But just watching him talk, it looks like one of 2 things is going on. Either something's going on with him with a language barrier, or he's on some kind of substance. I'm not going to say which one it is. I'm just saying either one. But now I'm inclined to think it's language barrier based on where he's from.
Okay.
And because he's like, it's like he's like understanding what's happening.
Right.
Like he keeps asking the officer, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong?
Yeah.
But you see this imagery, him getting out the car and walking towards the officer. I'm like, my first thoughts are like, what, young man, why are you doing that? Why are you out of the car?
Right. He did
walking towards the officer. He's the officer's yelling, stop, go back, getting back in the car, get back in the car. Then he's telling why he stopped him, asking for his driver's license. But that's just like, that's a red flag right there. Number one is that the fact that he's out of the car approaching the officers, you can't think that that's going to have a positive outcome.
True. And Nate, you bring out some good points by saying that there could be a language barrier that's there. But here's the thing. I mean, it's a hard one. Let me preface by saying no one should have been killed.
No, definitely
from that. Not
definitely
from that.
not.
Yeah, so I will definitely say that. So I think it's just a shame how the final outcome was, because actually he was shot and killed.
Yeah.
And this was a senseless death. But I'll just say senseless death. The officer did. I was listening to the video, and he pretty much covered he pretty much covered a lot by asking do you speak English?
Mhm.
He explained to him why he stopped him. He asked him did he have identification? He asked him where it was. He told him to get it. So there was a full range of connection that went on.
Yeah.
At any time, I think that if there's an English or language barrier between us, I would not have felt comfortable with the responses you gave me for those, those 4 points I asked. Where's your license? Do you have a license? Yeah. Where's your license? In the car. I stopped you. Why'd you stop me? Because I stopped you because of the plate, blah, 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 blah. I mean, he asked him things and he said, do you speak English?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was, go ahead.
I was going to say somebody, because I read a lot of comments that people have made about this because there's a lot of anger, naturally so, in the community. And the same attorney that helped the family of George Floyd, they're working with this family here. And someone put in the comments that the officer was being racial when he asked him, do you speak English?
Yeah, that could be taken that way because he had the little hand gesture to go with the question. So one could interpret that he was being snippety with his question, mocking him maybe. You could even argue the point the fact that he got pulled over in the first place could have been a racial profiling practice. Why how does he know the license plate doesn't fit the car unless he's running the plates and what reason did he have to run the plates? If there's nothing else wrong.
Nothing else, caused it.
Yeah, he didn't say I stopped you because you were speeding. I stopped you because your tail lights out. So that in and of itself could be a profiling event. Who knows? Does it mean that he gets to at the end kill this young man? No, it doesn't.
No,
it doesn't.
Clearly, I'm sorry. This is a teachable moment. This segment that we just watched is a teachable moment because clearly he is ignorant of how to respond in America to being pulled over when you're driving.
I can see that.
As they say, while black.
I can see that.
Yeah.
You don't get out the car.
You don't get out the car.
There's protocols now that we have to put in action.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that's the case. If it's because he's not from America, or was there something else going on that we can only conjecture? We really don't know.
Yeah,
but I would be leaning towards just his initial response. It looked like he didn't really understand what was happening or understand the officer as he was talking to him. Really.
So, and I know it's hard for us to put ourselves in that situation because we are not law enforcement,
right?
Yeah.
But I got it. That's a dangerous job. And again, some people are very insensitive and they say, well, why'd you sign up for it then if you're going to be trigger happy? But my thing, that's why they signed. I mean, come on, Nate, you're stirring the pot, man.
Sorry, I won't be controversial today.
Ooh, because it's so much we don't know about this because it's been happening so much, and because we are frustrated and we're tired. And my thing, because Jake, you said the key statement you made was that this is a teachable moment. My thing is, this has been happening so regular now.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to understand, why does a person that finds himself in this situation, why do they think that their outcome is going to be different than the person just 2 weeks, a month ago, or a few months ago?
Come on, black man.
Hold that thought, man, because I got a stat here. It says black people, who account for 13% of the people in the United States, make up 27% of the people who are shot by police and police killings, fatally shot as of 2021, last year. Jeez. So that means we're being killed twice as much as white people
pulled over
by the police.
Okay. And I thanks for pulling that stat, Nate. That is really good insight because it just shows, it just presents it in our face what we're faced with. So
I think it creates an inherent bias, for us.
Yeah.
Because I'll be honest with you, ever since things really started getting like super prominent with the attention on, you black men being shot by the police, in the last few years. You know, I always used to get that. You know, when you driving down the street, you see the police, you know, pull up behind you. You know, you get that little
that
hairs on the back of
nervous.
your hair stand up. You sit up a little straighter, and you drive a little tighter,
Yeah.
and you take it, and you know you're looking just to make sure they're not trying to follow you or they're not about to pull you. I mean, it's just as soon as you see them, you get that reaction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
And then on top of that, with all these shootings, now
Right.
it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know if my interaction with the police is going to end up, you know, in some negative manner. I don't know what police officer's coming at me. Is he going to be one of these crazy ones that, you know, doesn't regard anybody else's life but his own or her own?
Mhm.
Is he going to be a good, you know, nice police officer, or is he going to be a corrupt police officer?
True.
And you
Right.
have no idea. And then the natural tendency, as especially if the police officer is white, is I'm not going to trust this person.
Right. Has he had a bad day
Yeah.
so far, or
You know
any-
what you know, and you know, like we said it off camera, Jake. You know, sometimes some of these officers are like to push the buttons to see how far they can get you to go.
Yeah, I agree. I agree
provoke
with that.
you.
But let me
Mhm.
ask this question. This may be stirring the pot a little bit here, but it's a real question to ask. Do we make the mistake of expecting something different from people just because they put on a certain uniform? This is police officers. This is because the doctor hangs a stethoscope around their neck, that
Mhm.
they should approach their patients in a different way. But you really do have some people, they are the same people that they were when they left home when they put that
Right.
uniform on.
Right, with a uniform.
You got some doctors that could care less. It's all about a doctor makes a great salary. So I'm in here just to meet my quota, patients in, patient out, just, you know, no attachment or whatever. You got some attorneys who are not really trying to hear the truth behind the case. It's more money.
Yeah.
I got a win streak. That's why I can put up, and this is no
Right.
attack on nobody. I can be as bold to make a commercial to call me Ray Win. You know, that's all I do is win in my law firm. But they could care less about what the truth that's really been revealed is. So are we expecting a little bit more from these regular human beings
Mhm.
just because
In
they did take an
uniform.
oath? They did take an oath to protect and serve. But come on now.
Yeah. Right. We do expect more.
Wow.
We expect more because that's why they took the oath. That's why they went to the academy to learn, and that's why their position is one of authority. Because
I
you know
agree.
that, but they are still human. But along with that, you know, you go through those things to teach you, okay, you're in a position of authority. So they teach you how to operate in that without coming back down to your humanity level.
Well,
Yeah.
let's just see then if you can roll the video if that holds true here.
Right. See if it happened that way.
All right. Here we go.
The plate does not belong on this car.
So he's explaining again why he pulled him over.
Hmm.
And this is where he's asking for the guy in the car if he can give him his driver's license.
And it's in the car. He asking his buddy, the passenger, to hand him. So right now, if I'm an officer, I'm nervous.
Yeah. Because
No.
Did he just close the
no.
door and walk away? Look at that.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
he's not even back in the car. That's
Let me move back. I'm sorry. He closed the door without even giving him. He didn't even give him the information. He didn't even retrieve it.
right.
Right there.
So is this not knowing how to behave in America, or is it
And listen.
just defiance?
No. Stop.
He's just
Stop.
gonna walk away.
Put your hands right here. Stop.
Then he runs.
1915. You got one running. Northbound. Stop. Stop.
Okay. Damn.
He's saying
Stop!
okay. He said okay.
Stop.
But he's still moving.
Okay.
Okay.
Get your hands behind your back.
Okay.
Now the officer is threatening.
He's saying, "Put your hand behind your back,"
so he can cuff him. I'm pretty sure.
Put your hands behind your back.
And a little upset.
1950. Start with more cars.
So he's calling in again.
Now you're trying to put the cuff on him.
I hear the
Stop.
cuffs. Now I just want to stop it real quick right there
stop right
because
there.
there's another video that I would encourage people to go and check out. It's like 20 minutes long. The passenger is filming from his phone. So you never lose, like the video keeps going in and out with us. You never lose any footage of what's going on. You see it from the time he starts running, everything connects because there's a statement out there that's saying that there's about 3 minutes of the video that just goes dark and we don't know what happened.
Right.
Well, the day that I saw, they do a nice little splice between the body cam and they must have confiscated the passenger's phone because you're watching the footage from his phone as well and you see everything.
All right. Yeah.
Just
I
from
saw
a-
that. I
just
saw
from a
that
little
video
distance.
too. And so you do see that he's trying to cuff him. So, now we talked about police officer training, just a second ago. Okay.
Right.
I am in this scenario. I'm Patrick. Okay. Do I want the police officer treating me like he's treating Patrick to this point? If I'm Patrick running away, causing a struggle, he's saying stop. He's saying put your hands behind your back.
Right.
It sounds like the officer's following training at this point.
Yes.
He's not immediately taking out a weapon to try to kill him. He's not beating him over the head with a club. He's trying to apprehend him and give him vocal commands. Unfortunately, Patrick is trying to get away. Right. So he's technically resisting. And that's another red flag is teachable moment.
Your body language has to line up with what your mouth is saying. Patrick, and again, please, people don't think that we're siding up on Patrick's side or the
I'm just reacting to what I'm seeing.
We just reacting to what we're seeing. Yeah, this is not a who was right, who was wrong type deal. Again, the walkaway is no one's life should have been lost.
Right.
But what I want to preference is the fact that if you're saying okay, your body language has to line up with you're okay.
We want to pull the lesson out of it.
And that wasn't the case when we saw the struggle that was ensuing.
Yeah, so the teachable moment here is, for our young men and our old men, is even if it hurts your pride, that compliance might save your life. That compliance that just, okay, officer, I'm going to be still.
Right.
I'm going to let you cuff me, put me back in the car, whatever. So I can go home in a day or two to my family. To my children, my girlfriend, my wife, my mom, whoever.
Yeah.
So nobody has to die today.
Yeah.
And this behavior, like I said, I don't know if it's because of the language barrier or the cultural barrier. I don't know if we don't know why he's so insistent on getting away.
Right.
But this is not a way to ensure a positive outcome.
Right.
With this police interaction. And when I saw the video, this is my first time seeing it today because I just didn't want to watch it. So when I saw it up to this point, I began to get that sickening feeling in my stomach as if I'm seeing it for the first time, not knowing what's going to happen, that something bad is about to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I think the officer went a little too long with the verbal. Because it was clear that, okay, he's saying okay, but he's not going to stop. So at that point, if he couldn't catch him or run up to him, maybe he could have stopped him another way at that point.
And that's the
That would
question.
allow him to live, you know.
And that's what's been the argument that's like across social media now. And you have I don't know why this took place in Grand Rapids, but why did I turn on the TV on Wednesday morning of last week, and they're holding a press conference downtown Detroit with the attorney that's representing the family, along with this other high profile attorney, along with his high profile forensic. Yeah, I'm like, why are they doing this in Detroit, Michigan? And this happened in Grand Rapids. You know, and they were talking about it, and you know, they're saying too that he should have used some other means. And the thing that's making me wonder, guys, seriously, just in the moment, what other means could he have used? It seemed to me like he was overpowered.
Exactly.
We could not handle him.
Yeah, and you see it, and I don't know if you're going to show it anymore, but you see it when the officer tries to use the taser to take him down. You talk about next steps. Okay, he's not going to resist. He's resisting. He's not going to stop. He's not going to stop. Try to stop running.
Right.
I'll pull out my taser.
Yeah, so that was the second step.
That's the second step.
Yeah,
So he did pull out the taser.
Oh, no, that was the third step, because I talked to you, you ran, I arrested you down, and the third step was my taser.
Yeah.
Right.
And so when you see the taser interaction, you can see that the guy is strong, because he can't. The officer can't even get the taser lined up to get a good shot because the guy's hand keeps pushing it out the way.
Yep.
But at this point and prior to this, he probably could have stopped him there with the taser.
He
mean before it got to this point?
Yeah.
While he was running the first couple times. Okay.
So that he could be stunned enough to at least be cuffed and not overpower the police officer.
Yeah.
So you saying he should have brought that taser in earlier?
Yeah.
During the first part of the run.
There should never have been a tussle over the taser. Is what I'm saying.
You know, I've heard reports since all this has been so regular now in the news, where white officers have been charged for tasing people. And as I sit back and look at this and this whole scenario, and I'm like, man, dude, really, the end thought for me for this whole Patrick situation is that the officer, you had no chance. You just should have never stopped him. Sad to say it, because whatever you did was not going to fare well for you, because it was going to be judged, it's going to be scrutinized, and there was no win for you in this situation. Because Jake, had he tased him, I think, then that would have been a whole nother issue. That you tased too soon, too quick. So I think that I can't obviously I can't get inside his mind, but I think he tried everything he could to say, I just don't want to end up, you know, on front page news. I don't. So I'm gonna tussle with this guy. I'm gonna keep calling for backup, and I'm gonna tussle. And the last thing he wanted to do was be in the situation that somebody probably was in just 2 weeks ago. A fellow officer. And it's misfortunate, man. It hurts that this man's children will have to grow up without their father.
Yeah.
Over a traffic stop, which had a bad plate on it.
Right.
The car.
Yeah.
You don't get to do that.
No.
But you shouldn't be killed over that, but you don't get to just slap a plate on and just drive how you want to drive.
Exactly.
Yeah, should not end in execution style shooting to the back of the head.
Wow, Nate.
We got to be smarter. We got to be more efficient in that and being legit in everything that we do.
Yeah.
In these situations. And that don't always work.
I don't want to sound like, you know, we're criminalizing the victim, because, you know, there were obvious things that happened that shouldn't have happened on his part. Obvious stuff.
Definitely.
First of all, like you said, driving without the correct plate. Whether the police officer profiled him or not to pull him over, you know, you take a risk in getting caught when you do that.
Yeah.
You know, getting out of the car when you're not supposed to get out of the car. You know, running, putting your hands and fighting, and you know, all this other resisting and trying to escape. All the stuff that he did was just textbook wrong stuff to do.
Right.
But, you know, does he deserve to be killed
He does not.
As a result of that, no.
Nope.
And so, you watch the video some more, and then you see the officer finally does get on top of him, but is still struggling to keep him down.
Right.
He pulls his weapon out, and within seconds, it's over.
It's over. And keep in mind that there's another passenger. Again,
Mhm.
you as an officer, you don't know that this person is going to stay back and respect the boundaries of not jumping in, helping their friend. You don't know this.
Mm-mm.
So this is a lone officer.
Yes, and he's in the other videos that I think people should go and try to find that's 20 minutes long. He's yelling at the other person, stay back, before he even shoots the gun. This is right before he shoots him, but he's riding his back. The guy's kind of throwing him off, and he's yelling at the passenger. I don't know if the passenger was starting to approach him or not, but he was yelling, stay back, stay back. And then next thing you know, he reaches in his holster, he pulls his gun, and it's over.
Yeah.
It's interesting on that video, right before the gun gets pulled out and the officer saying, stay back. The officer's also saying, let go of my taser. And the guy that's doing the recording is like saying, he's not doing anything with your taser. What are you talking about? So, and I couldn't really tell when I was watching it if that was the case or not, because I didn't see the angle.
Yeah.
But you hear these stories of police officers saying, stop resisting. Then when you get the actual footage and stuff, nobody was
They're not resisting. Yeah.
But in this case, clearly he was resisting. But yeah, you had the person taking the video, and we don't know who he is. He hasn't revealed himself yet, from what I understand. We had a neighbor that was there. A couple of neighbors, one across the street, one next door, saw what was happening. One neighbor came out and said when he saw what was going down, he told the boy to be still and stay on the ground. But he had a feeling in his gut that it wasn't going to turn out good.
Yeah.
So he went back in the house because he didn't want to see it.
Wow.
But it's sad. It's sad, and it serves as a great lesson to those who watch. Because even though we hate to admit it, the police have the power.
Yeah, they do.
That power is in the form of a pistol sometimes, and
but they're taught how to enforce it though, without having to resort to that.
But there's plenty of officers that probably would, in this situation, have figured out a way. But how do you know which one you're going to get?
That's the risk.
So that's the key. Is as much as it might hurt our pride, we have to comply and be reasonable individuals when it comes to interactions with the police, because you never know which one you're getting.
Let me tell you.
Let me say this, Ray.
Go ahead, Joe.
That's a problem, especially with our younger people generation, because they don't want to be told to do nothing. They don't respect the law. They don't respect the court. They don't respect any kind of authority like that anymore, for the most part. And they have to know that this is not the time to buck up and flex who you are. I'm a man or whatever. No, you want to live, or you want this to be the end of you.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been pulled over a lot in life by the police. And there's only like I respect the law. But there's only just a handful that I know personally that I actually say that they're great people, and they just happen to be police officers. One of the reasons why I was pulled over a lot is because one of my vehicles at one time had tinted windows all the way around.
Oh yeah.
So I was often stopped by city police, state police, and I had a sharp mouth, a sharp tongue, which I should not have had. So, but I would never get a ticket. They would always just give me a warning, per se. Now, fast forward to, I would say 2 months ago, I was heading somewhere early in the morning, and I was late for where I was going. I was going to be late. So I was running wrong. I was speeding. I was doing like 55, 60 in the 35 zone.
He was flying.
I was gutted, man. I put my foot in my car. Is fast. It's supposed to be fast. It is fast. But anyway, I found out that day. And as I was shooting down a street, the cop was going the opposite way of me, and I could just see his face. His mouth was like, And he looked, he followed me, and I was like, he got me. I just pulled over. I just pulled
Okay.
over because I was like, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. And he came behind me, lights flashing, noise, and he walked up to me. And he was a young white guy.
Mhm.
And it was early in the morning, 9:30, something like that. And he tried to push my buttons, guys, basically. And I sat there and I was like, nope, not today. Whatever he wants, I'm going to give him. Why? Because I was wrong.
Mhm.
I recognized that. And where
Yeah.
I was going to was very important. And I was already, my thoughts
Right.
were racing a mile a minute for where I was going as I was beginning my day. But I
Yeah.
was like, okay, what do you need? And I gave my stuff, and he kept telling me, hey, you don't need to tell me what you were doing. Because I was like, you got me. I was wrong. He's like, I know you were wrong. Don't tell me. And he's putting his hands in my face.
Mm.
And I was like, yeah, okay. And he went back and he delayed me even longer. And he came back and gave me a piece of paper. And I was like, is this a ticket? So I'm thinking he would give me a warning or something. He was like, if you read it.
Oh, okay.
I didn't fly off. I said, okay, well, I just wanted to know, are there any points? What's the fine? He's like, if you would read. I said, you know what? I'll do that. Thank you. Have a great day. And I got out of there, man, because I wasn't about to get into a scuffle. There was going to be no reason for him to say, step out of your car.
Right.
That's where
all they want is an excuse.
And that's where my mind traveled to.
Mhm.
Because it was just me and him early Saturday morning.
Yes.
And all I could see was a bunch of more cars popping up. And now I'm on the ground or across the hood. Doesn't have to get to that point. I owned up to the fact that I'm doing 60 in a 35.
Mhm.
And a lot of times I just think that, again, going back to the Patrick situation, this doesn't excuse anybody losing their life.
No.
But if we would just kind of suck up the pride that, like one of you guys said, that they have the authority, they have the power.
Yeah.
Accept it.
And
just have your court date and move on.
Live to fight another day, as we have been taught by those who are much wiser than us.
Like you said, especially when you know you're in the wrong.
I was wrong. I was.
But even when you feel you're not, you still comply. You just don't diffuse it. Don't escalate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would just like to say to our young people, and we're going to slide off of that subject because it's heavy. We don't want to end on a heavy note. But I would just like to say to our young men, even to our young women out there, just to the Black community.
Yeah.
Let's just be wiser, be smarter.
Yeah.
If you want to live the future that you've dreamed about, you're not going to get there by being a hothead or by feeling like I can be the example for my people.
Mm-hmm.
It's a better way to be an example. Because when you're alone in a situation which is you, officer's word against yours, and a gun,
yes,
it's not panning out nicely.
Yeah.
No, chances are it won't work out for you. It'll work out on the officer's benefit.
Right. Even camera footage don't always stand up.
Right.
So.
No. Oh, I even remember the time, but we're gonna get off of it. When the girl was recording, her man got pulled over and he got shot right there on Facebook Live.
Yeah, Philando Castle.
Man.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
With the baby in the back seat.
Yeah. So no driving dirty, people.
Right.
You get behind the wheel, get to your destination, and get back safely.
Yeah.
Just like you would if this was your boss. Everybody need their paycheck.
Yeah.
And sometimes your boss come at you and you ain't feeling it. They put too much work on your desk. You're not feeling it. Nothing personal if my boss is listening. But do what you have to do. Do what's asked of you so that you can make that situation.
Do what's asked of you. Yeah. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Right.
Keep your hands in plain view. No sudden reaching. No sudden moves. Whatever they ask you to do, do it.
Yep.
So you can get home to your family.
And let's send our condolences to the Lyoya's, his family, his parents, especially.
His children.
Yeah, his children.
Yeah.
Because I can't even imagine their grief.
Yeah. So I'm going to read a few quick comments and we're going to move on and close out.
Okay.
One comment was, This is a difficult broadcast. Thank you for your attempt to bring some understanding to the understandable. Yep. Extremely sad because whether the story is right or wrong, a young 26-year-old man is gone.
Yep.
And I guess this is a comment to my story I shared about my personal situation. Maturity. Thank you for staying with us, Rayford.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
I agree, Ray, when I shared my situation. I wish he stayed in the car, referring to Patrick.
Don't we all?
Yep.
Yes.
Don't we all?
And this last one is a letter to my son. So we had talked about doing something, but I don't want to share on air what we talked about doing. But fellas, we really got to get to that, work on that.
Stay tuned, people.
Yep. But with that being said, we got just 2 announcements to make. One is, 3. One is that we are getting ready for a new Knowledge and Power season. So we're going to take a 2-week break. So we can come back and just firing off some great back-to-back episodes of some good topics, some good interviews. So we'll be back on the Sunday after Mother's Day. But we're taking a break next Sunday because we want to allow our main man, Nate and Michelle, to enjoy their blissful, what is it? Is it 28 years?
29
years of marriage. 29
Yeah.
years of marriage. They are. So we want to give a break so that we can let them guys celebrate.
We want to rejoice we're going to celebrate in style. We're going down to sunny Florida.
Yeah. Celebrate it up.
Yeah. Watch out.
Sweet, man. That's good. So congratulations ahead of time, y'all. Anniversary is actually on the 5th.
8th.
The 8th.
Yeah.
I'm
Same
sorry.
day as Mother's Day this year.
Yeah. Yep. So excellent for you guys. And then Mother's Day is rolling around. So we want to be sensitive and respectful of Mother's Day because we know that the Lord can come back on Mother's Day. Y'all be like, I go to glory, but I'm just saying he shouldn't have came back on Mother's Day though. But I go head on in, Jesus. But Mother's Day means the world to everybody, which rightfully so.
Yes.
So enjoy, moms. Happy Mother's Day to you ahead of time.
Yes. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. And we kind of wanted to end by just kind of giving a quick, because we got this would be our wisdom nugget, I guess.
Okay.
Just a quick takeaway from our mother moments, something that a bragging moment and a memorable moment.
Oh man.
So anybody want to jump in?
Oh man.
Okay.
I can't even give moments because it's just lifelong.
I get it.
Yeah.
I guess I would say for me, a memorable moment. My mom is just my mom is 90, first of all.
Oh wow.
And she is just one of the coolest people I know. She's so feisty still. She makes me laugh. She's still getting around. She threatens me with her cane. She's a cane. She's just joy, man. She laughs, she smiles, and she's my friend. That's my girl. It's the first woman I fell in love with. And that's been the longest love that I've had in my life. She's my girl, and a memorable moment is waking up in the morning time and her singing, in soprano, high pitch, high pitch. She's a little off sometimes, but that was her flow. I mean, that's what she would do. And I guess I would say a bragging moment is, my mom looked out for me, man, and she didn't force me to. I'm so finicky because of her. Because if I didn't like something,
that's where it comes from.
My mom would go that extra mile and she would make me something that I would.
Oh man, and you're the baby too, aren't you?
And I'm the baby of 7. Yes.
So
you spoiled.
I guess she did it, but I don't really see it spoiled because I can cook now. So if I don't like something, I'll just cook it myself.
Okay.
But that started with her looking out for her baby boy.
Man.
Yep.
Well, I guess that made me think of something.
Okay.
My mom, she Now this is us, my sister and I growing up as from babies on up. My mom always woke us up every morning with massages.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
She was massaging our arms and legs to wake us up. so,
Okay.
so now she always gets on me and my sister about loving to get massages. She said, I messed y'all up.
Oh, wow.
So you do not like to, or you do like to now?
We do like to,
Okay.
That's it, Jake.
as much
That's
as
it.
possible.
Mm-hmm.
That's all right. Matter of fact, I have a gift card. I should go tomorrow. I'm off work tomorrow, so I
Yeah,
should go tomorrow.
do that.
Man,
I can't do the massage, man. Only hands I want on my body is Michelle.
oh, look at him. Good answer, Nate. Good answer. Woo!
Good for you.
Look,
I can't let
Michelle.
nobody else do that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
But yeah, my mom. If I had to pick out a memorable moment, like a bragging moment, my mom has always been supportive of my singing and musical stuff.
Oh yeah.
And so when I was like 13, she went into debt to make sure I got a quality keyboard.
Wow, is that the one we destroyed?
Wow.
That's the one you guys destroyed.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm sorry, Nate.
The one and the same.
I didn't have
The
a
one
part in
and
that.
the same. No, Jake, that wasn't you. Because Jake would have took care of my keyboard.
Right.
But yeah, man, yeah, Jake, the mugs broke my keyboard. But anyway,
he threw water in it. It was a mistake. It was having a water fight.
It still works though.
It was like,
oh, you still have it?
I don't have it. My mom has it now. It's back in her possession. But yeah, so that keyboard was the one that I used to really spark my musical interests, singing, playing. So everything that I did,
she believed in her baby.
Kind of came from that keyboard,
That's cool.
Yeah.
Man.
And I would spend hours with that keyboard and the tape recorder and just make music. And so that's my bragging moment, and what memories for my mom is, I know my kids hate when I say it, but I've used the word emphatic because that was my mom's word. Like when she would be lecturing me when I got in trouble.
Yeah.
And I would always try to be like, you're yelling at me. She's like, I'm not yelling. I'm being emphatic. And of course, I called BS on that, but she made it sound so good, more palatable. She's just placing emphasis on what she's saying.
That is hilarious. And you know
so
what?
I find myself saying that. I found myself saying that to kids a couple times, but
I didn't get my bragging moment.
Well, I'm not gonna do it, Nate, but I still want to call you what your mama call you right now, but I'm not gonna do that.
Oh no, we ain't gonna do that.
Okay, I'm not gonna do it.
We ain't gonna do that.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jake.
My bragging moment is my mom's cooking.
Oh, come on, Jake. That ain't right.
I got to give you that one.
Your mom throw down in that kitchen.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's not fair.
Yes.
See, Ray, I told you.
She does that.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, so that's yeah. I always love my mama. So yes. So we like to, say again, happy Mother's Day, pre-Mother's Day to everybody. You deserve all the celebration that comes your way.
Yes, celebrate moms.
Children, husbands, relatives, just reach out to all those who are moms and just show them some love. They deserve it.
Yes.
They deserve it. Yeah.
They deserve it.
All right, fellas, as always, it is great hanging out, looking across the screen at you guys.
So yeah, this is the season finale. So we'll see you guys in
a couple weeks.
I'm gonna give the exact date.
Give the exact date.
It will be May 15th.
May 15th. We'll see you May 15th for the new season.
Yep, we're gonna roll out some good stuff there. Some really good content. A lot of good interviews.
Trying some new things. So hopefully you guys will like it.
Yeah, give us some topics too in the comments.
Something you want to hear about. That'd be great.
I know one person, I'll just say this, what we're close to doing right there is someone wanted to talk about the inmate coming out. Nate, they reached out to you about leaving jail, being put back into
coming back
transition
into
or something.
society and
Yep.
you know, what is that like? You know,
Right.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
I mean, because those are real issues
mhm.
that
What do you have to face? You know, how does your family support you? You know, what kind of things happen? You know, when you have that stigma now. Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's really good.
reach out and touch somebody's hand. That's what one of the commenters said.
Oh yeah.
Love
D
you
McKinstry.
all.
What's up,
Yeah.
D?
Okay,
D.
fellas, be careful because, like I said, it's kind of stormy here, so I don't know what
All
it's
right,
doing
yeah.
in Muskegon and Lansing, but be
Yeah.
safe. Have a great week. Nate,
Thank
enjoy
you.
your anniversary. And
Thank you, sir.
Jake, I will see you later then.
All
We'll
right.
see you guys
Be
next
blessed.
time.
Thanks for
Bless,
tuning in, people.
guys.